Alright, hello YouTube. My name is Kristen. I am 23 years old and I live in Arizona with my husband and our wonderful dog Teddy. I'm making this video because I have to get jaw surgery and I'm really scared. So I wanted to kind of just document this journey and see if I could at least help one person. And if I could even help one person, that would totally be worth all of the time and effort of doing this. And I just think it'll be super fun to document it and to be able to look back after I go through it. Because if you know, jaw surgery is no joke. It is terrifying. I am very scared and I wanted to make this video now, literally today. I couldn't make it any other day because tomorrow I officially start my journey. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'm getting braces. So that's fun. So I'm going to kind of just go through why I'm getting jaw surgery, why people get jaw surgery, cost, insurance, all of those interesting details that you don't really know what you're getting yourself into until you're getting into it in the process. And this is what I've been using YouTube videos to get myself prepared mentally and physically and learn all of the different tricks and tips. So I really hope that I'm able to help just one person the same way these other people on YouTube have helped me truly. And it's such a unique surgery. I don't know anybody that's personally gotten this surgery, and it's really scary to go into something that you just don't know what it's going to be like. So, and I think it's really interesting to connect with people who are going through the same thing. So if you are going through the same thing, no, you're not alone. We can chat in the comments, you can ask questions, anything. I will literally give you any type of advice and anything I've been told by my surgeons, try to help you guys. And if you haven't already, get your jaw surgery process started. Okay, so why get jaw surgery? Why? Like, why go through this horrible process, which I'll kind of get into later in the video? Why do I even need to get jaw surgery? So basically, my jaws are very misaligned. When I mean very, I mean very. They are 11 millimeters misaligned. You can't really tell a whole lot when you're looking at me straight on, but I'm going to show you my side profile. I'll show you first my side profile of what it looks like when I'm not altering it, when I'm just relaxed, and when my jaw is pretty much in its relaxed state all the way back. And then I'll look at the camera again and then I'll show you what it will look like, hopefully after jaw surgery when they push it back into place. Okay, so first up, I'm going to show you what it's like relaxed, if I can. So you can see how far back my jaw is. I have a weak jaw, or they call it a weak chin. My jaw is basically 11 millimeters, this portion from my top. So you can really see it when I'm like upside down, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be hanging upside down to show you. But just take my word for it, my jaws are very misaligned. I do have an overbite. So this surgery will correct my overbites. Fancy word terminology for the surgery, it's called orthodontic surgery. Basically, they're going to be taking my lower jaw and just pushing it forward. So, and hopefully that is what I'll look like at the end of this process. But that's not what I look like now. A lot of people have asked me, even like my very close family members and friends have asked me, why are you even getting the surgery? And for me, it's very hard to understand, like process why they're asking me that, because I feel like it is so noticeable. I feel like it's the first thing people notice about me. And I'm a teacher and I have to be talking all day, obviously, and enunciating. And I feel like that I just am not my best self right now, the way that I am. And if I do have the opportunity to get it fixed, why not? Okay, and that kind of leads into the surgery. So this surgery can be done for cosmetic reasons or medical reasons. So if you do have a misaligned jaw, you could fall into these categories of these different things that could go wrong with you. The biggest thing that I've been told if I don't get this fixed is that I could have a lot of issues when I'm older, such as sleep apnea. Basically, if you don't know what sleep apnea is, it's when you stop breathing in your sleep. And since I do have an overbite, basically when I'm laying down and my jaw is just relaxed, resting, obviously it just kind of hangs there. It's not like a line that cuts into my throat where I breathe. I think that's how it works. Basically, I don't get enough oxygen in because my jaw is so weak and it is pushing into my throat. Basically, they call that like your jaw and your throat. You can't breathe as well as you could if your jaws were aligned. So that's basically a huge reason why I'm getting this surgery. I don't want to have sleeping issues when I'm older. I have enough sleeping issues now, if you know what I mean. Insomnia. And another reason that people get this is for TMJ disorder, basically like clicking of your jaw pain. I've had chronic headaches since I was like 10 years old, so that could be maybe something that gets fixed from the surgery. It's not totally guaranteed, but I mean, if you're out of misalignment, stuff can go wrong. And I totally believe in connection between your body and your mind and soul. And I just feel like my jaw is just not aligned with my whole body, if that makes sense. I feel like it's out of place, which it is, but I just feel like it just needs to be fixed. And I'll get into if mine is cosmetic or medical, my surgery. So like I said, it is a huge surgery to go through. And if I'm being totally honest right now, like if I'm just being totally honest, I am technically doing this right now for cosmetic reasons. I technically am. Look, I don't have any jaw pain. I don't have any sleeping issues other than insomnia, but that's not related to my jaw, unfortunately. I don't really have any trouble eating, not right now at least. That could of course change later into my future. But I don't like how my smile looks. I don't like how I look when I'm showing my side profile. I don't like, it's just something that I want to change, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that if you want to have something changed about you that you don't like, and if it's going to help you medically, awesome. But yeah, just let people live their lives. Let them do what they want to do, and don't judge them for that because you're not that person. Okay? So like I said, my surgery is technically cosmetic. However, it is basically preventative, or preventing me from having all of these very difficult health problems later on in life. So if I can prevent anything from going on, I will fix it now. I treat my body as a temple, and it's very important to me to treat my body the best that I can. And this surgery is just something that I need to do. It's just something that I don't want to do. I mean, I do want to do it, but I don't want to go through it, you know what I mean? So it is, I mean, I do want to look better. I'll be honest, I do want my face to be aligned. Who doesn't want that? So let's move that into insurance. So I know a lot of people have different questions about insurance and how will I know if this is covered in insurance? And that was my biggest question when I was going through different YouTube videos. Not a whole lot of people talked about it, okay? So I've never been told in my whole life that it would be covered by insurance. So I'm going to go into timeline of my personal journey. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. I know you're just here for the questions and for information, so I'll try to get into that as shortly as I can, okay? So basically, I had braces when I was 10 years old. From when I think I was 10 to 13, I had braces. And I was told that at the end of my 3 years with braces, I needed this surgery. I still had a big overbite. It wasn't corrected. I literally had rubber bands. I had headgear that I had to sleep on with at night. This giant headgear thing, and my bite still wasn't there. It was still, my teeth were just, my jaws weren't aligned. That's the thing. And my orthodontist told me I needed this surgery then about 10 years ago. Wow, 10 years ago I was told I needed this surgery, and back then they used to wire your mouth shut. Like literally wire your mouth shut. And I told my parents that, and my parents were like, nope, not happening. I was 13 years old. I wasn't going to go through that. I mean, I was still growing anyways. So it would have been really dumb to do it then, in my opinion, back then anyways. Started looking into Invisalign. I think Invisalign is awesome if it works for you. You can't really see it. That was my whole reasoning. I'm a teacher. I mean, I'm in front of students all day long. It's kind of important for me to like be confident in how I look. And Invisalign, I was like, oh my goodness, I'll just get Invisalign, it'll fix my teeth, and then I won't have a gap anymore. I will have an overbite. But in the back of my mind, I knew that wouldn't fix it completely because I was told I needed the surgery anyways. So maybe my teeth would have looked a little bit straighter. So I knew I needed this surgery, but I still went in to get checked out for Invisalign. So I was like super excited. I'm like, yes, I'm finally gonna get the smile that I love. And I go to this Invisalign office, and well, they had Invisalign and braces. And they did all the x-rays and all of the pictures, and then this consultation was free, so make sure that you go somewhere where they have a free consultation for you. And I sit there, and this lady is like talking to me, and she's like talking about how amazing Invisalign is and how it's just absolutely amazing and it's going to totally fix your teeth. And then the orthodontist comes in, and he takes a look at my teeth, and he's like, yeah, Invisalign isn't gonna fix your problem here. And this is so embarrassing, but I literally cried in the appointment because in the back of my mind, I knew I needed the surgery, but for some reason I was just thinking that I could get Invisalign, and I couldn't get Invisalign, and he told me that straight up. I asked him, okay, so if I get Invisalign, will that be a waste of my money because I know I need the surgery? And in the appointment, he told me like, yeah, this is a very expensive surgery, but this is what's going to change how you look, your bite. It's going to change everything. And he literally, and I asked him, okay, if I were you, would you go through with the surgery? Would you save up your money, go through the surgery, or would you just fix it temporarily with Invisalign? And he said, honestly, getting Invisalign now would be a waste of your money. And for that orthodontist to tell me that honestly got the ball rolling for me. He was honest with me. He just didn't take my money. Like, he could have easily just said, yeah, Invisalign would help. But he was just very honest. And then I was like, okay, if this is what this orthodontist is telling me, I should probably listen to him. So I let it sit for a while. I was very upset. I was sad because, again, I can't just go and get my teeth fixed, my jaw fixed. I know I need this surgery. So I just let it sit for a few months. They did end up giving me a referral to an oral surgeon. I'm like, yeah, why not? Why not just go and see what they say? So I had this referral sitting in my room for a few months, just thinking, oh, okay, this is going to be there. So then I go get the referral and I make the appointment, and in the appointment they tell me that I would easily qualify for the surgery to be covered with my insurance. So all this time that I've wasted thinking that I could never get the surgery because it's expensive diminished in like 10 minutes in my appointment. If I were to have just made this appointment, I could have got the ball rolling sooner, but here we are. This is life. So like I said, I am at the oral surgeons. I'm going through the process of getting this started. It was a consultation with the oral surgeon. It was totally free. So again, if you're like me and you're not sure if it's going to be covered, just make an appointment. Make sure it's free because they should be. Or just look for somewhere that is and just get the consultation done, see what they have to say. And that's when I learned that my jaw is misaligned 11 millimeters, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that is an insane amount to be misaligned. My surgeon told me, don't quote me on this if you don't get covered for your insurance, but my oral surgeon told me that usually they'll pay for the whole surgery, like your whole hospital visit, your whole surgery, if your jaws are aligned 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters is all it takes. And don't quote me on that, but that is what he told me. So he was like, yeah, I don't have any worries about you getting covered by insurance, and that I should wait to hear in about 4 to 6 weeks. And so I waited and I waited and I waited, and I literally only waited 2 weeks. That's all it took, and my insurance approved it all. The whole hospital stay, the only thing that I have to pay for the surgery is that my deductible with my health insurance, and I do have health insurance, so that's a big thing. You really do need health insurance if you don't want to pay between $20,000. I know it can be all the way up to $40,000 for the surgery. So please just go get that consultation if you were on the fence, because that changed everything for me. As soon as I heard that, as soon as I got that okay by the oral surgeon that'll probably pay for it, that's when I started doing all my research and everything on YouTube. So just take the first step in the process, and I'm sure you'll be surprised. You'll really be surprised at what insurance does cover. Because usually I feel like my insurance doesn't cover anything. But hey, here we are. Thank you, my insurance, for covering something for once in my life. So yes, I'm getting my braces tomorrow. I'm going to keep posting about this whole process. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. I just want to help people. Like, that's why I'm making this video. I just want to meet people who are going through the same thing as me and kind of hear your journey if you're going through it. And just so we can lean on each other. I know it's a scary process, but we'll all get through it. And so, let me just go back and say that I'm getting my braces tomorrow. My orthodontist said I would only need my braces for about 6 or 7 months before, because I did have braces for 3 years before. So it might be longer for you if you haven't. Just make sure you ask. And then I'm having my surgery sometime in the end of May. I am a teacher, so I do plan on taking off a lot of time. Obviously, I just get time off in the summer. So I'll be pretty much recovering for those 2 months in the summertime. So if you are getting this surgery, you do need a lot of time off. From what I've been doing my research on YouTube, people can be recovering for weeks to months, and it's not an easy process, but just take the first step and go see someone if you're not sure. Alright guys, thank you for listening. I will talk to you guys soon.